The Little Prince. Episode 2. Home Within. After the old geographer on the 6th planet told the little prince that Earth was a great planet, he continued his journey. I was sitting in the big desert next to my broken plane. The little prince told me what happened next, from the very first moment he came to our world. It was not what he expected at all. He began by saying what a weird place Earth is. He used big numbers that grown-ups really like. He said there are so many grown-ups here, about 2 billion. He told me that a long, long time ago, there were no electric lights, so a big group of people had to light all the lamps in the world. From far away, their work looked like a beautiful dance across the whole world. First, the lamplighters in New Zealand and Australia would light their lamps. Then, the ones in China, Russia, Africa, and Europe would do it. Last, the people in America would have their turn. It was like a perfect dance happening all across the world. But when the little prince got to Earth, he was very surprised. He didn't see any people. He landed in the middle of a big, empty desert in Africa. He started to worry he was on the wrong planet. Then, a coil of gold, the color of the moonlight, flashed across the sand. It was a snake. "Good evening," the little prince had said politely. "Good evening," the snake replied. "What planet is this?" he asked. "This is the Earth. This is Africa," the snake answered. "Ah, so there are no people on the Earth?" "This is the desert," the snake said. "There are no people in the desert. The Earth is large." "What are you doing here, you tiny creature?" he asked. The snake replied calmly, "I am here to solve riddles." The little prince was confused, but the snake continued, "This desert is very lonely, isn't it? But people are just as lonely in a crowd." The little prince was surprised by its words. The snake seemed wise. With a knowing look, the snake offered, "I can send you back to your home planet if you wish." The little prince's eyes widened. He couldn't believe it. How could this tiny creature have so much power? "I am more powerful than a king's finger," the snake whispered. Though the little prince felt a little scared, he was also very curious. The snake explained its power. "Anyone I touch," it whispered, "I send them back to the Earth they came from." The little prince didn't understand why the snake spoke in such riddles. "I am here to solve all the riddles," the snake repeated. The little prince realized the snake, though dangerous, held a deep wisdom. Still, he wasn't ready to go home. He wanted to continue exploring the Earth. He told the snake, "I don't need your help yet. I want to keep looking." The snake simply nodded, not pressing him further. It left him with one last meaningful thought. "When you need me, you will find me." And so the little prince continued his journey, as the snake watched him disappear into the vast desert. The little prince continued his journey. In the desert, he met only one small flower with 3 petals. He asked her with hope in his voice, "Where are the people?" The little flower thought for a moment and said calmly, "People? I think there are only 6 or 7 of them. They have no roots, so they blow away when the wind comes. That must make life very hard for them." The little prince was very disappointed. He started to feel that the people and things on earth were not as beautiful or as special as he had thought. The little prince continued his journey. He climbed the highest mountain he could find. He thought, "From up here I should be able to see the whole planet and all the people." But when he finally reached the top, he was surprised. All he saw were sharp rocks. He shouted into the distance, "Hello?" His voice echoed in the valley, and a voice answered, "Hello?" The little prince was very surprised. He thought he had finally found a person. He called out again, "Who are you?" The echo replied, "Who are you?" The little prince became more and more unhappy. He thought this person was so boring, just repeating his words. He shouted, "You are so uninteresting." The echo answered, "Uninteresting." Finally, the little prince was very disappointed. He said to himself, "So this is what people on earth are like. They only repeat what others say. They are not interesting at all." The little prince left the mountain and continued his journey. He finally came to a big road that led him to a rose garden. His rose had proudly told him she was the only one in the universe, and he had truly believed her. But when he saw 5,000 roses in the garden, all just like his own, his heart felt broken. "I thought I was rich because I had a flower that was unique in the world," he cried. "But actually I only have a very ordinary rose." The little prince lay down on the grass and started to cry. He felt that his rose had lied to him. All his love and hard work suddenly felt like nothing. At the little prince's saddest moment, a fox came over. The fox asked the little prince why he was crying. "I thought I had a flower that was the only one in the world," he said. "But now I know my flower is just like 5,000 others." The little prince then said, "I'm so sad. Will you play with me?" The fox listened and said gently, "If you want to play with me, you must first tame me." The little prince was confused and asked, "What does tame mean?" The fox explained, "To tame means to create a connection. To me, you are just a little boy, no different from thousands of other little boys. But if you tame me, we will need each other, and you will become unique to me." The little prince thought, "I think I understand. I think my rose has tamed me." The fox continued, "I hunt chickens, and people hunt me. All chickens are the same, and all people are the same. So I am a little bored. But if you tame me, my life will be full of sunshine. Look, do you see the wheat fields over there? The wheat means nothing to me, but your hair is the color of gold. When you have tamed me, the golden wheat will make me think of you. I think I will love the sound of the wind in the wheat." The fox taught the little prince that taming needs patience and regular habits. So the little prince came to see the fox at the same time every day. Day by day, he sat a little closer, and a special connection grew between them. When the time came for them to say goodbye, the little prince finally understood. He understood that the time he spent with his rose is what made her so special. When it was time to say goodbye, the fox shared a secret. What is important is invisible to the eye. You can only see it with your heart. The fox also told the little prince that he must always be responsible for what he has tamed. He saw a railway switchman who was always busy moving trains from place to place. The people on the trains were always in a hurry, but the little prince saw that they were just rushing for no real reason, and they didn't know where they were going. Only the children pressed their faces against the windows to enjoy the view. He also met a seller who sold pills to save time. The seller said that a person could save 53 minutes a week by not drinking water. The little prince thought this was very silly. He said to himself, "If I had 53 minutes, I would happily walk slowly to a spring of fresh water." By the 8th day of my accident, I was out of water and about to die of thirst. "I'm thirsty too," the little prince told me. "Let us look for a well." It seemed silly to look for a well in the immensity of the desert, but we started walking. At daybreak, we found a well. The water was sweet, and it was like a feast. This water was so much more than just a drink. It was like a gift from the heavens, a sweet reward for our long walk together. But then, my happiness turned to sadness. He told me, in a soft voice, that the next day was the 1-year anniversary of his arrival on Earth. I felt a strange sadness. He asked me to come back the next evening. When I returned, I found him on an old stone wall talking to someone I could not see. I heard him ask, "Do you have strong poison? Are you sure it will not make me suffer for too long?" My heart felt like it was breaking. I ran and saw the yellow snake at the bottom of the wall. I caught the little prince in my arms. His face was white like snow. I felt his heart beating like the heart of a bird that was dying. He told me his body was just an old shell. It was too heavy to take with him. He had to leave it behind to go back to his star. He said to me, "You should not have come. You will be sad. I will look as if I were dead, but that will not be true." He said he was giving me a gift. "When you look at the sky at night, I will be living in one of the stars. I will be laughing at one of them. So it will be as if all the stars were laughing. You, only you, will have stars that can laugh." Before he left, he said one last thing about his flower. "You know, my flower, she is so innocent. She is so weak. I am responsible for her." Finally, a flash of yellow appeared near his ankle. He did not move for an instant. He did not cry out. He fell gently as a tree falls. 6 years have passed now. I have never told this story before. I know he went back to his planet because I did not find his body the next morning. Now my sadness is a little better, but it's not all gone. I always worry about one thing. I forgot to draw the rope for the sheep's mouth cover. He will not be able to stop the sheep from eating the flour. So I always ask myself, did the sheep eat the flour? It is a big mystery, and because of it, the universe will never be the same for me. That is why I have drawn this picture, which is the most beautiful picture I have ever made. I drew it so you can find him here. If you ever come to this desert, please stop right here under this star. If a little boy with golden hair walks by, if he laughs, and if he never answers your questions, then you will know who he is. Please help me. Please write to me quickly and tell me that he has come back.